Hi students, my classes have been and will be based on the following strategy. I will approach my classes in such a way that students should get equipped themselves with the very basic concept of each and every chapter and the various techniques involved thereon. In my initial videos, sufficient explanation has been given in respect of all the rudimentary lessons of accountancy. I repeat, all the rudimentary lessons of accountancy, such as the entity concept, generalizing techniques, ledger maintenance techniques, etc., etc. Keeping in mind that the students' mastery over these rudimentary lessons are absolutely essential for tackling various accountancy sums to be convincingly worked out by me for you in the days ahead. I suggest students to practice these basic things themselves so that as and when we take up tough and tough sums, rather tough and tougher sums, you will find it yourself very comfortable to follow my classes. Special points of each and every chapter will be explained using a whiteboard. Thereafter, practical questions of each and every chapter of any standard textbook will be worked out. There's no meaning in explaining to you the illustrations of any textbook, which I hope you will be able to manage yourself. I'm sure you will agree with me that it won't be practicable for me to work out the complete practical questions set out in the textbook and post as many videos in this channel. One or two very simple sums of each chapter will be worked out initially, to be followed by a few tough and tougher ones of the chapter. However, you have to support me with the relevant questions being kept ready at your end, either by managing the particular textbook or by noting down my typed version of the same. I will be displaying each and every such typed version of the related question in advance before working out the answer. This will be displayed in such a way that you will find it comfortable to pause the video. I repeat, to pause the video and take it down. While displaying a particular sum already worked out by me and providing you with my entry by entry convincing explanation. I repeat, I reiterate, entry by entry convincing explanation. I'll be simultaneously reading out the relevant part of the question from the textbook available at my end. Well, students, I have got more than 22 years of experience in giving accountancy coaching to the students of almost all the leading schools and colleges in Bangalore. I used to do it only as a passion beyond my office hours. Now that on my retirement, since I would like to continue with this passion, I find that this YouTube channel is a very good platform for reaching out to students and helping them out in clearing their doubts and making them comfortable with the subject accountancy. Finally, please subscribe to my channel so that I get sufficient motivation in continuing with this work. Thank you, my dear students, and all the very best. Hi, students. In our last class, we took up single column cash book. Today, we are taking up double column cash book. What is the double column cash book all about? It is nothing but we are just adding the bank column also side by, or in other words, in a double column cash book, there will be cash column as well as bank column. Or to say further, the bank account as a ledger, it won't be maintained. It will be the part and parcel of the cash book. Okay. Now, before we learn double column cash book, the foremost thing what we need to know about it is the contra entry concept. What's a contra entry? A contra entry surfaces when cash is deposited in the bank or when cash is withdrawn from the bank. Well, you are thorough by this time. The journal entry 4, when cash is deposited into the bank, it is nothing but bank account debtor to cash. Okay, so how you will show it here? This is ledger folio, this is cash column, this is bank column. Similarly, in this side also. So the entry is bank account debtor to cash. Yes, bank account debtor to cash, 1,000 rupees. Bank account 1,000, debtor to cash 1,000. But you know by this time that X accounted to Y is nothing but Y is credited by X. Is it not? Yes. So bank account debtor to cash, essentially I have to reproduce as cash is credited by bank. So hence cash credited by bank 1,000. Okay, that means your hand has to immediately get shifted to the other side also. What you have done with this contra entry? What is the final effect of this contra entry? It is nothing but I have completed the debit and credit aspect of the journal entry within the cash book itself, or in a full-fledged way, the ledger portion has been effected within the cash book itself. Is it not? That's the way that posting is full-fledged over, and we will denote it by C on both the sides. This is means contra in the ledger folio side. That's what contra entry. That's how we deal with the contra entry. Let's see, take up the other case. Cash is withdrawn from the bank. Well, you know, it is nothing but cash account debtor to bank. So first I am showing cash debtor to bank 2,000. Rule of posting, X to Y is nothing but Y by X. So cash to bank is nothing but bank by cash 2,000. I have shown it again. See here in the ledger folio contra entry. Okay, so this you have to master. This will invariably be asked in any double column cash book contra entry. Okay, now you tell me why there is no contra entry in respect of these two journal entries. Journal number 1, cash account debtor 5,000 to sales 5,000. Well, if I can show here cash to sales 5,000 in the cash column, but sales by cash can I show here? No, because there is no sales column here. Okay, similarly purchase also. Okay, purchase to bank, I could have shown, suppose there was a purchase column here. Is it there? No, so it's not possible. So how will you deal this kind of things? Other than contra entries will usually be posted in the respective ledger. Sales will be posted in the sales ledger. Purchase will be posted in the purchase ledger. Okay, that's why it is done. So contra entry comes to picture when cash is deposited in the bank and when cash is withdrawn from the bank. That is sufficient for you. All what you need to do is that your hand has to immediately shift from one side of the account to the other side the moment you deal with a contra entry. Okay. The next thing what I would like to say, sometimes I have seen many students make the silly mistakes. See, bank 1,000. Again, they will write to cash. It is okay. But this 1,000, if you write in the cash column, what will happen? Cash to cash. That's absurd, you know? Similarly, here, bank. And here showing in the bank column itself means what will happen? Bank is credited by bank. That also absurd. Eventually, your answer will go absolutely wrong. Agree with me? Yes. So that you should keep in mind. So tip is that when you write this cash means to cash here, it means certainly the amount should be in the bank column. And to by bank here means it has to be in the cash column. To bank means it has to be in the cash column. By cash means it has to be in the bank column. Okay, that silly mistake sometimes students make, eventually resulting in their losing the complete marks. That practice nicely. Okay. Well, today I am taking up 5 practical questions. I will work out 5 number of practical questions entry by entry and show you. I'll share the worked out answer with you, and every entry will be fully explained to your satisfaction. I'm basing on D.K. Goel's textbook for CBSE edition 2019, practical problems, page number 11.53 to 11.56. And which are all the questions I am going to do now? Which are all the 5 questions? Question number 6, 7, 8A, 8B, and 9. Okay. So now let us take up these questions one by one. I have request you, in case you find some issue with my classes, either you are not able to follow or some video issue or audio issue or anything, kindly comment on the box. Thank you. Well, students, the first question number 6. It's a very simple question. There is not much for me to explain as such. Only thing, you will get yourself very thorough with the double entry concept. Okay. I have this, I'm posing this question to enable those of you who could not manage a textbook. Okay. I have the textbook and the relevant question with me, and I will be comfortable. In case you could not manage it, please pause it like this and take down the question. Answer also has been given. I have to arrive at this answer by explaining to you entry by entry, okay, to your satisfaction. Fine. Once again, I'm showing question number 11.56, question 6. Okay. Now let us deal with the answers. First, cash in hand 2710. Cash at bank 27,500. Unless otherwise mentioned, you have a positive balance, debit balance, right? Received from cash, received from Subhash, rupees 3,500. So entry will be cash to Subhash 3,500. Yes. Think of the journal entry and first post it. Sold goods for cash 10,000. Cash to sales 10,000. Paid rent by check. So entry will be rent to bank. Check means just replace it with the word bank. So rent to bank, or in other words, bank by rent. Okay. Paid Sohan by check. The entry will be Sohan to bank. So bank by Sohan. Bought goods for cash. Entry will be cash purchase to cash or cash by purchase. Paid cash for stationery. The entry will be stationery to cash or cash by stationery 200. Okay. Proof from bank for offices, our first contra entry. How much amount? 8,000. So what will be the entry? Tell me. Cash to bank. So cash to bank 8,000. Your hand has to immediately move this side. Bank by cash 8,000. Okay. Fine. Next one. Received check from Surendra and send it to bank. So when it has been sent on the same date, we can directly book the bank. How much is the amount? 6,600. Bank to Surendra 6,600. Why I highlighted this in red is it will be returned later on. So for referring that only I have done it. Okay. Paid advertisement. By advertisement 750. Why not in the bank column? Unless mentioned otherwise, it's by default cash only. Issued check in favor of North Pradesh. Well, by North Pradesh, check 4,300 in the bank column. Cash sales to sales in the cash column 13,000. Paid into bank. L at another contra entry. What will be the journal entry? Bank to cash. How much? 16,000. Obviously, cash by bank 16,000. I have indicated a Z in the. In fact, I have shown in the voucher column here. Should not have been here. Okay, I'm cutting it and putting it. It is in the ledger folio column. Okay, the ledger folio column it has been shown. This side it's all right. But how much is the amount? 16,000. Okay. Received check from Vinod and send it to bank. Yes, I can book it on same date it has been sent. So bank to Vinod Bank 2,400. Bought good scooter and paid for the same by check. Buy scooter 18,000. Thumb rule, receipt this side, payment this side. Otherwise also scooter to bank. Fine. Bank remitted Surendra's check dishonored. I'm sorry, bank returned Surendra's check dishonored. So the same entry reverse it here was bank to Surendra. That means Surendra to bank or bank by Surendra. Here it was to Surendra, here it will be by Surendra in the bank column. Same. Matter is over. Okay, fine. Paid salary by check. By salary 7,200. Trade expenses. By trade expenses 2,000. By cash, I'm sorry, cash sales. To sales in the cash column. 9,500. After paid into bank 10,000. At another contra entry. What is basic journal entry? Bank to cash. Yes, bank to cash. My hand immediately move to this side. That means cash by bank 10,000. Okay, 10,000. Fine. Now what I have to do? Balance the ledger. How to balance the ledger? We know that cash book is a journal come ledger. Journal entries have been posted and it is the ledger is going to be balanced. Total the heavier side. Invariably, confidently, you can total the cash side first because cash can have a minus balance. It has to have a compulsory debit balance. So 46,710. I put it again at this side, and there will be difference of 2,760. You can check it all yourself. After all, you have to practice. Then only you'll be thorough with it. Similarly, this side 62,500. I put it across. There will be difference of 14,600. Closing balance has been indicated the month end March 30th by balance carried on, and next day April 1st I brought down diagonally opposite 2,760 and 14,600. But there is nothing much for me to explain here. Contra entry concept you have got it. Okay. Now let us take up the next question. Question number 7. Okay, pause it and take it. Meant for those of you could not manage the textbook. Answer also has been given. There's a special feature in this sum that, okay, worth explaining. Fine. Okay, let us deal with answers. Cash in hand 50,000, and they said bank overdraft. Bank overdraft means credit balance or minus balance. So obviously it will come in the opposite side. So by balance brought down 1,90,000. Okay. By default, if it is a positive balance, it will be debit balance only. If it is an overdraft, it will have a credit balance. So opening balance will come in the credit side. Okay. Purchase goods from Rajesh Kumar of list price of rupees 50,000 at 5% trade discount and payment made by check. Fine. 2,500 will be the trade discount. I have told you in the previous episodes that net of trade discount only the story starts. So 47,500 only comes to picture. So by purchase 47,500. Next, goods sold for rupees 80,000 and payment received by check. Check deposit in the bank on the same day. When check is deposited in the bank on the same day, comfortably you can show in the bank column, bank to sales, 80,000. Okay. Next, goods purchased for cash. By purchase 19,800. I need not always tell you purchase to cash, so hence cash by purchase because it's time consuming. I hope since I have explained it over and over again and again, you have mastered it by this time. So by purchase 19,800. Best thing is the payment. It has come in the credit side of the cash book. Fine. Furniture sold for 1,77,000 and payment received by check and check deposited into bank on same day. Yes. Furniture sold. So to furniture, we know when an asset is sold, we can write sales. It will be booked in the asset name itself. It has explained already. To furniture, 1,77,000 in the bank column. Salaries paid 4,500. By salary 4,500. Settle the amount due to RAM 2,000 by pay cash 1910. Students, listen, on C, just settle, don't write account for 2,000. Settlement, the physical movement only comes to a cash book. Cash payment is how much? 1910. Obviously, there must have been a discount. Okay, that you will account, you need not show it in the cash book. That will, I have already explained, that will be done through the journal proper. Okay. So someone has been settled by paying physical cash 1910. So by around 1910. Okay, right. Cash received from J 14,780 in full settlement of his account of 15,000. I received how much cash was 14,780. Here also discount deal it separately outside the cash book in your journal properly. So from whom did you receive it? From J. So to J 14,780. Right. Paid life insurance premium 1,000. Yes. Why it is written here as drawings? Well, this has to be absolutely thorough. Any removal from the office for non-official purpose, or in other words, for personal purpose, whether you remove some stationery or you remove cash or anything you remove, it will be debited to drawings account. It is not drawn for your cash is not withdrawn from the bank for office purpose or anything. This cash simply taken out of the cash box for your personal purpose. Any removal from the office for personal purpose will be debited to an account called drawings, or businessman as a taker is called drawings, debit the receiver. So drawings to cash or cash by drawings. Fine. So they will not directly say drawings made or anything. They will give some hint that it has been for the private purpose. Paid life insurance premium. You may ask, life insurance premium is a personal affair. Okay, it is what the businessman, it's his personal policy. It's not for business. So naturally drawings only. Deposit with the bank the entire balance after retaining ₹7,000 cash in hand. Yes, good. So this is a predetermined balance. They want only a specific amount, that's the closing balance. How to handle such a sum? Well, cash total debit side is 6478. If we total this before this predetermined thing, you'll find that 2710. So at this moment, what is the balance? Debit side minus credit side balance is 37,070. Right. Had it closed without any condition, this would have been the cash closing balance. But they don't want that. Okay. They don't want that much cash in the office. They say we just want 7,000. Balance we want to dump into the bank. So leave behind 7,000, take the difference and put it in the bank. Right? Minus 7,000, 30,070. I'm making a contra entry. For depositing into the bank, you are an expert by this time. Bank to cash, 30,070. Cash by bank, 30,070. Obviously, you'll be left with the balance of 7,000. And bank column, total behavior side, put the same total across, and you'll find this balance. These are all you can verify using a calculator at your end. Fine. So what the special thing we have learned from this sum? The predetermined closing balance, how to manage. Okay, let us now take up sum number 8A. I'm posting the same for those of you who have not got this textbook. Please take it down. Answer also has been given. Okay. Fine. Okay. I'm going to explain the answer now, as worked out by me. Question number, well, 8A. Balance brought down 2,000 and 12,000 because unless otherwise mentioned, bank balance is also a positive balance. Fine. Next one, received cash from Madhav to Madhav, 1,800. Cash sale to sales, 1,000. Purchase by check. By purchase, check means bank, by bank. Oh, I'm sorry, by purchase in the bank column, 745. Paid into bank, a contra entry. What is the entry? Bank to cash. Okay, bank to cash, bank to cash, bank to cash, bank to cash. Naturally, cash by bank also. Fine. And I indicated my contra entry here. Paid cash for freight, by freight, the cash column. True from bank. True from bank. What's the contra entry? How much amount? 600. What's the entry? Cash to bank, 600. Bank by cash, 600. Okay. Right. Next. Issued a check in favor of Mrs. Arun and Sons, rupees 985. By Arun and Sons. Check means bank, 985. Paid into bank, a contra entry. Okay, how much? 750. What's the entry? Bank to cash, 715, and cash by bank, 750. Just to recapitulate your memory, had you written here, this 715 here, what would have been the mistake? Cash to cash is absurd, no? Yes. Similarly, had you written here, what would do an entry? Bank by bank, that too is absurd. Because I taught more than some 600 students in Bangalore, and I've seen many of them have made these silly mistakes, carelessness, and suffered accordingly. Okay, please don't make that mistake. Be careful. When you write to cash here means it can never come in the cash column, it can come in the bank column. Similarly, if you had written here to bank means it would have come in the cash column. Here also it is applicable. So cash here means bank column. Bank here means cash column. Bank here means cash column. Cash here means bank column, like that. Okay. Right. Next one. Fine. What is that? True cash for his son's birthday. But 175. See, indirectly they are mentioning it's a drawing only because it's not for business purpose. Any kind of expenditure for personal purpose, any removal from the office for personal purpose will be debited to an account called drawings. Drawings a personal account. Businessmen debit the receiver. So drawings. So drawings to cash or cash by drawings, 175. Fine. Received a check from Naveen for rupees 380 and deposited the bank same day. Why they're saying in the same day means in the following some you'll find why if it is not deposited on the same day, how to deal with the sum. Same day means okay, comfortable. Bank 380. Bank to Naveen 380. Why I have highlighted in red means I read the sum fully. You also should read the sum fully always. Then only you should start your first entry. Okay, otherwise you may face some problem. I find it has been dishonored. That's why for teaching purpose I highlighted it. Okay. Cash sales, the cash column. True from bank for office use. Obviously, a contra entry. The entry will be cash to bank 200 and bank by cash 200. Okay, fine. Purchase furniture, payment by check. So what's the entry? Furniture to bank, bank by furniture. Never write purchase because it's an asset. Asset has to book in his own name, right? Naveen's check dishonored. Yes, this is what I mentioned. So just reverse Naveen here. Pay Naveen 380. And there is an incidental expenditure. So yet another entry by bank charges on the same date, 5 rupees. Both are outflow from the bank. Is it not? Yes. Purchase business premises. Business premises by business premises. Being an asset, the asset's name itself by book date, 12,000. Received check from Harish to Harish, 675. Now I have to balance. How to balance a ledger? I told you, initial lessons you have to be absolutely thorough. total the heavier side. Cash comfortably he can total the debit side because the cash can have a credit balance at any time. So I total this one, put it here. I find there is a balance of 3006, which the other also has agreed. And here, of course, I find that this credit side is more. So that's a total the heavier side first. I put it, total it and put it here, and the difference is 295. Now you tell me whether the bank is having a debit balance or a credit balance. When you decide on the basis of closing balance means decide on the basis of the closing balance means diagonally opposite. That means it has come on the debit side. So it has got a credit balance, an overdraft balance. You may say that I started with the payroll balance. Not necessarily at the end with the payroll balance. It can start in any way, end in any way, right? All right. The next day I am bringing out this one. Opposite side I bring it. May 1st by balance brought down 295. This one also diagonally opposite I brought it down. To balance brought down 3006. Or in other words, the next month start with the favorable cash balance of 3006. Of course, cash balance has to be favorable and balance overdraft with the 295 rupees. Okay. So this sum is only this much. Now let us take up question number 8B. Okay. And that also I'm posing it for you to take it down. You mean those of you who could not manage this book. Fine. There is some special elements worth explaining. Okay, I had to convince you why Mother has given these answers. Okay. Fine. Now 8B. Cash in hand 800 or bank overdraft, naturally it will come here. Buy balance brought down. Received a check from Bharati 3250. Well, students, I'm again cautioning you people, please read the sum fully, then only start attempting it. You will find the following day only this check is deposited. Hence, on the date of receipt, bank is unaware of it. So such checks will be in your hand. Okay. Fine. So what you'll do that? Bank should not come to the picture at all. So you will route it through a journal proper. Check in hand to Bharati. Credit the giver and a check in hand will be debited. In this check in hand or Bharati, is there any bank or cash terms? No. Obviously, it will not get qualified in the cash book. Fine. Next day when I deposited, bank to check in hand, bank has been debited. And check in hand credit. Obviously, check in hand as a credit and check in hand as a credit and check in hand as a debit has got nullified, and the net effect is nothing but bank to Bharati 3250. That would have been the entry had it been deposited on the same date. Okay, fine. The next one is paid to Bhavana by check. By Bhavana 2425. Okay, simple. Just like that. Bharati's check returned is on it. Well, here also you have to, this is very, very important thing. Let me make it a special color for you so that you remember it. Okay. Well, students, I told you in previous sum, you could just show whatever is here. Check in hand. Don't show by reverse by check in hand, because check in hand has been nullified. Is it not? When I received, I debited check in hand. When I deposited, I credited, and check in hand is no longer in the picture. Now, net effect was Bharati, bank to Bharati. Now, Bharati has ditched me. Check is dishonored. So, Bharati will be debited by Bharati 3250. Okay, that point, please keep it in mind. Don't write check in hand. In that case, again, check in hand will remain non-reconciled. That is already a reconciled part. It's already, I'm sorry, that is already squared up. Okay, it has been nullified. Check in hand, when I received a debited, on deposit, I had credited. So that was no longer in the picture. Net effect was, it was bank to Bharati. At reverse, it means no, Bharati to bank. So by Bharati, please keep that in mind. Okay. The next one. Withdrew from bank for offices. Obviously, contra entry. That's all. So what is the entry for that? Cash to bank 250, bank by cash 250. That's all. Check received from Panalal and endorsed it in favor of Kamal. Yes, this is another concept. When this has been, when you receive a check and endorse to somebody, it does not get qualified in the cash. Reason is simple. Bank has not seen your check at all. You received it and you gave it to somebody. No one put your check into the bank. So you will make one journal proper for that. What is that? From whom did you receive the check? Panela. Give him a credit. Whom did you endorse it to? Kamal. So debit the receiver, credit the giver. Kamal account debted to Panela. So just keep it in mind. A check received and found to be endorsed to somebody has got no place in your cash book. If at all they ask you how to deal it, means I will deal it through a journal proper by debiting the endorsee and credit the giver of the check originally. I hope you are clear about it very much. Okay, fine. Income tax paid by check. Students, income tax is a personal matter. It's nothing but they're hinting there is a drawings. Okay, income tax paid by check. Because this is after all not a company's account or anything, it's like a proprietorship account only. So his income tax is his personal thing. Okay, so it is a drawings only. So drawings account debted to bank or bank by drawings account. Okay, right. You will be doing cash book of all this proprietorship and everything only. So any kind of expenditure that's a personal nature, LIC paid, income tax paid, or birthday party celebrated, or extra, just replace with the way drawings or debited drawings. Okay. Bank charges 25. Bank charges by bank charges. Where will you show? The cash column. Obviously, bank charges has nothing to do with cash. Bank only debited your account, so you will give credit to the bank. Bank charges to bank, debit expenditure, credit the giver, 25. Now what to do? Balancing technique. Cash, of course, I'm very comfortable. Debit side, total behavior side. Put the same total across. I have a balance of 1050 and the other has agreed it. Then the next one, which side is heavier? I find this side is heavier. Okay, put it here. I have got a balance carried on. I'm sorry, I shown it by mistake there. Okay, so small type mistakes. Of 8550. That also your dear order has agreed it. What kind of balance it is? Is it a fair or unfair balance? Very much. It's a credit balance. Okay, you decide on the basis of diagonally opposite of wherever balance carried is returned. So it's a credit balance, or in other words, it's an overdraft. And next day I'll suitably bring it down. How? This one, this side, 8550 balance carried on. This is also wrongly typed it. I'm sorry. This will be A550. 8550. I'll bring it down next day, and this 1050 diagonally opposite. Or in other words, on July 1st, I started with a cash balance in my cash box 1050. Unfortunately, with the bank, I have got an overdraft portion of 8550. I hope I have satisfactorily explained this sum. Okay, we are taking up now question number 9 and the last one of the day, 5th one. I'm posing it as usual. Of course, for those of you who could not manage a textbook. Okay, please take it down. Well, I too convince you this cash balance closing at this much and the bank balance having your own overdraft of this one. That is my responsibility. Okay, let us start. So the question number 9. Okay. Balance brought down 4,000 cash balance, bank overdraft 50,000. You are all very comfortable with it now. Why it has come into credit side? Being overdraft. Invested further capital 1 lakh, out of which 60,000 deposited in the bank. First you invested, that means cash invest introduced in the business towards capital, cash to capital 1 lakh. Later on, a contra entry for having deposited 60,000 in the bank. Bank to cash 60,000, cash by bank 60,000. Okay. Sold goods for cash 30,000 plus CGST and this GST. Yes, these days sales and other things means they will most likely include the CGST and this GST also. To sales 30,000 and output CGST 1,800. So output is GST 1,800. I have discussed this sufficiently when I dealt with single column cash flow. Those who have missed this, please see the relevant video of mine. Okay. So that you agree? No, how did you get this 1,800? 6% of this one. Fine. Next one, purchased goods. That also having implication of CGST and this GST. By purchase 55,000, by input 3,300 and SGST 3,300. Input CGST 3,300. Input SGST also 3,300. 6% of that one. Okay. This also I had a client at the time of taking up single column cash book. Okay, fine. Paid to BALAS, our creditor 25,000. Discount allowed by him 1,000. Students, read carefully. Paid to someone and followed by discount allowed. Paid means physically you paid someone. Okay. So the entry will be BALAS to cash 25,000. Don't show 24,000. In fact, I had to give him 26,000 and I ensured a discount of 1,000. Paid means physical movement. Physical movement, but get qualified in the cash book. Okay, right. Rent of 8,000 plus SGST and CGST. Fine. By rent account and relevant CGST and SGST. By input CGST, by input SGST. You know, payments is associated with input GST. Okay, receipt is associated with the receipt of sale is allotted, associated with what? Sale is associated with the output GST. So, rent. Okay. Office furniture purchase. Here, please read it carefully. They said office furniture purchase and check of rupees 22,400 issued for the same, including CGST and SGST as this person. When they have said including, you need not work back and get the original base value of the furniture and everything. Reason being, first of all, there are restrictions in taking input credit when it is in respect of a purchase of an asset. That's why carefully they set the question like that, including. So just bother about 22,400. Forget about bifurcating for CGST or SGST. Okay. So I have simply shown buy furniture 22,400. You understood it? Because it was an asset and they are categorically told including, and you need not, you can of course arrive at the base value, it's 6 by 106 by principle. You need not go for all this here because they are categorically told including and it is an asset. When it is an asset, you better don't bother further. Just full value of the asset, you just put it like that. Why? Because there are restrictions in GST Act in taking input credit in respect of purchase of furniture. I mean, in respect of purchase of an asset. Right? That's why they carefully said including. Right. Next one. Do check for personal use. Personal use means drawings. It is not a contra entry. The entry will be drawings to bank. So bank by drawings. Please be careful on it. Do a check. Had it been for office use, it would have been a contra entry. Cash to bank and bank by cash. But this is for personal use. So the journal entry will be drawings to bank, hence bank by drawings. Okay, simple rule, payment, in the credit side, right? Next one, collection from Atul, rupees 15,000, deposited in the bank on 19th April. Yes. So on that day, I am showing it as what? On date of receipt, will it get qualified in the cash book? No, because it has not been deposited into the bank. So I will accommodate like this on April 15, check in hand to Atul 15,000 through journal proper. Through journal proper means it's outside the purview of cash book. Why? Why it's outside the purview of cash book? The debit or credit is neither a bank or cash. So that things are done through journal proper. Okay. So check in hand Atul 15,000. And I deposited on the next. Yes, deposited means dealing with the bank. 19. Bank to check in hand 15,000. Obviously, you see the check in hand as a credit here and check in hand as a debit here get nullified, and the net effect will be bank to Atul 15,000. That would have been the entry had I deposited on the same date. Okay, fine. Next. Goods sold to Amritraj for 80,000 plus GST and SGST. This you kindly keep it in mind. Goods sold. Somebody's name is mentioned and they are not reiterated with the weight for cash. So it is a credit sale. Credit sale doesn't have a place whatsoever in a cash book. In such things, for information purpose, I am showing. And of course, if they ask you how you dealt with it, you will I will deal it through a journal proper like this. Amritraj account debtor 89,600 to sales 80,000 to CGST. To CGST output CGST should have been okay. It is output CGST. Similarly, this would have been to output SGST. Okay. How you got 4,800? 6%. Okay. And total amount would have been debited with this much. Okay. Well, it doesn't have a place in the cash book since it's a credit transaction. Next, 25th, received a check of rupees 88,000 from Amritraj in full settlement of his account, deposited into bank on 28th. You have received a check on 25th. And it has been categorically told the check has not been deposited on the same day, rather on 28th, 2-3 days afterwards. So, on the date of receipt, cash book has got nothing to do. Fine. Received a check of 88,000. Okay, check in hand 88,000. We have no objection whatsoever. And we know originally he had to pay me 89,600. Then how I close the matter? Obviously, he has been given a discount, or I suffered discount. So discount allowed 1,600 to Amritraj 89,600. I make it once again very clear. We know that Amritraj, in the preceding transaction with Amritraj, he stands debited with an amount of 89,600. And we are saying, okay, Baba, you just pay me 88,000 and it will be in full settlement. Means indirectly, it means that, yes, I'm allowing you a discount of 1,600 and the discount allowed is debited by me as an expenditure and check in hand 88,000. Okay. And to Amritraj, credit the giver. Fine. Next day, on 28th, when I deposit the check, what I'll do? What was the check in hand? 88,000. Bank to check in hand, 88,000. Keep it in mind. For 88,000. If I combine this one, this check in hand, 88,000 gets nullified. Okay. So no problem about it. Yes. The check in hand only matters here. As far as cash book is concerned, that's 88,000. I am getting it nullified. Fine. Next. Drew from bank for salary for the office staff. For the office staff or anything like that, that's a secondary for us. You have withdrawn money from the bank or cash withdrawn from the bank. It's a simple contra entry. Cash to bank 25,000, bank by cash 25,000. Okay. Paid salary to the manager. To manager release the salary, yes. So by salary, it's a decent account head. By salary 25,000. Okay. And nothing is okay. Office staff, I'm sorry. Salary for office staff is 25,000. Nothing is mentioned otherwise. So it is cash. So I have put it in the cash column. And salary to the manager by check. Check means immediately in the bank column. By salary in the bank column 10,000. Now what I have to do? Obviously, I have to balance my cash book. Always closing the eyes on the debit side, of the cash, 1,62,600. Put it here. Find the difference. By balance carried on, closing balance, 52,600, which your dear author also has agreed to. And the next one I understand. My debit side is more. Okay. My debit side is debit side more or credit side? I'm sorry. My credit side is more. So 1,82,960. And I put it here. And there's the difference. So obviously, just got a debit balance or credit balance. Decide on the basis of opposite side of wherever balance carried on is written. So it is written in the debit side. So naturally, bank has got a credit balance, or in simple way, it has got a minus balance closing 19,960. You can check all this calculation with your calculator. Since I have done in Excel sheet, it's absolutely, I'm very confident about it. Okay. So how did you balance the ledger? Once again, I told you in the initial lesson itself, master the art of balancing thoroughly. You will day by day you'll be doing that only. Total cash comfortably, total side I have, and I put it here, and the difference is balance carried on. In a fair assessment, I found my credit side of the bank column is more. So I put the credit side this amount and again put it across, and difference I put filled against balance carried on, and the amount comes to 19,960. Next day, obviously, crisscross it will be shown. This 52,600 will come here to balance brought down, as where, of course, debit side, and this one will come here, of course, the debit credit side. It's not 2 by, I don't know, it's a mistake. Anyway, please excuse me for this silly mistake, because I told you I'm alone, I had to do the complete works. So by balance brought down 19,960. Okay. I'm bringing down the balance. So very clear. Bank has got a credit balance, cash as usual has got a debit balance. So well, students, this is the last sum of the day. What you have got 2-3 special ideas about it now. Okay. I hope I have satisfactorily explained. In case you have some issues with my videos, audio, or lecture, I have a suggestion. Kindly keep in touch with me using my WhatsApp number 701923069. I repeat, 701-923-0629. That's my WhatsApp number. I'm MP Balakrishnan. Okay. You can raise your queries, and also sagaciously put your comments in the comment box with respect to this my channel. I know there are some limitations. For example, in the whiteboard behind me, that layering coming, the light is not properly adjusted. It takes some time. I need to, a lot of fine tuning is expected from my side. My contention is that after all, this is an education channel. It's not a entertainment channel. Students have to understand the content. They must make themselves sure that yes, we have learned it. So all these are minor things. Of course, that will be taken care. A lot of fine tuning is required. Okay, students, thanks a lot for being with me for such a long time. Take care. Thank you.